everyone, my name is Sweetaffy and welcome to Block Ramble, where I talk about my favorite blocks, good combinations for those blocks, palettes using those combinations, and then builds based on those palettes. So today I'm talking about my new favorite wood type, the Mangrove Wood, but that was not the original plan for today. I was going to talk about another one of my favorite blocks, smooth basalt. But then 119 happened, and oh golly. I opened up the block listy thing, this thing, and yeah, there, before my very eyes, I saw a thing of beauty. My long-awaited dream of more funky colored wood types was ever so slightly fulfilled, just a tiny bit. Gorgeous, rust-tinted red wood, faded just enough not to be overpowering like the other red blocks can be, but not so faded it's like entered the realm of pink. Not that I have a problem with pink, obviously. I mean, oh golly, could you imagine vanilla pink wood? Or like pink wood in vanilla Minecraft? Oh, I want it. But no. Bad Taffy, gotta be good. I shall wait at least one more week before complaining about not having more funky wood colors. But yeah, like the moment I saw this, I needed to build everything. It's so pretty and perfect and red. And like honestly, it kind of looks like my hair right now. Not the hair of my Minecraft skin, but like my IRL hair. I went red. But yeah, I took it out of the list. I put it on the ground and like I put it next to smooth basalt, and I'm like, oh no. Oh yes, but oh no. And then I had to put like every single block beside it. And I found some combinations that I think are really good. So we're just gonna go take a look at those before I make even more of a fool of myself. Yeah. So up first, we're going to take a look at this combination here. It's not really so much of a combination of blocks as it is a combination of colors. They're like mangrove wood and orange, but like not the orange wool or like orange cement. I find those are like way too bright for what I'm going for here, but like acacia, orange terracotta, and red sandstone I think are all like really good combinations for this, because like mangrove wood has like just this slightest little bit of what I would call orange, and it's like super similar to some of the pixels going on in the acacia wood, and I think it's just like a really good basis for like a gradient. Like it's such like a smooth transition from like the rusty red color to orange, and like I just think there's a lot of potential here. And up next we have netherrack. Now I know netherrack's not exactly a popular block. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of it, and I really hate the sound that it makes when you walk on it. But I think when you put it with mangrove wood, they're like really similar in color, so they work nice for like texturing one another. Particularly, I think netherrack, it kind of makes me think of like if we took the mangrove wood and like we like turned it into mulch and left that mulch like just sitting there for like a month or so. Like it's like the mangrove wood is starting to like rot and decay. Or it could be that the mangrove wood is painted red and not actually red, and this is just like the paint peeling. So like it's a good like aging block kind of for like texturing with mangrove wood, I think. that's how I'm using it anyway. For our third combination, it's another color mix, and it's just mangrove wood and yellow, but again, not like the concrete powder yellow or the yellow wool. I think those are a bit too like pale yellow, not like pale, but like it's just too pure yellow. With the yellow concrete, there's like a tiny bit of orange to kind of make it warm and like sunny a little bit. And like the same with the honey blocks and the honeycomb. And I think that kind of, I don't know, they just make like a really warm combination with the mangrove wood. It's just like, I don't know. Again, I'm seeing a lot of potential for like gradients where we've got, you know, red to orange to yellow. And I think there's like a lot of room for like really pretty gradients, and I don't know, guys. I saw mangrove wood and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this block, but also I saw fire. Like weird fire temples and like, I don't know. I love this block, guys. And I think yellow looks good with it, and orange, and more red. But I also think that green looks really, really good with mangrove wood. Now, I'm like really happy that it's like this color and not like a bright fire truck red, because when I see like, let's be honest, Christmas is kind of ruined the color combination of green and red. At least it has for me. Every time I see green and red, I just think Christmas. But this is not Christmas red. This is mangrove red, and I love it. And I think that it really makes green stand out, like wha-bam in your face. And yeah, I just, a lot of the green blocks that I put next to it, I thought, oh my gosh, this looks fantastic. And so here's like a bunch of them. Okay, the melon is kind of a weird thing. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it, but I don't know. I've used melon in one of my builds before, and it was fun, but yeah. So for this selection right here, we've got like green wool, I think the 2 green terracottas. We got cement powder and glazed terracotta, and moss, of course, sweet glorious moss. And yeah, I just think they all look really nice with mangrove wood. Now, this next combination, I really wish that the mangrove wood had been around when I was doing my bone episode, because like I would have loved to do more builds with this combination. But yeah, I think now specifically we've got bone blocks here, but I do think that the mangrove wood looks really good with like all the white blocks. I think it's just because like white just really makes red like stand out and like wha-bam in your face. It's cool. It's good. But also I feel like this combination, it just makes me think of like red velvet cupcakes, and like as soon as I start thinking about like desserts that combinations remind me of, like they instantly like cement in my head that this is a good combination. And I really like red velvet cupcakes, guys. So, yeah. Anyway, for our last combination, we've got another 119 block. Mud bricks. Now, I was really excited about mud bricks. Like, they were like the block that I was like waiting for most for this episode. I was actually like really pleasantly surprised by the mangrove wood, because like the last time I really paid attention was like the first reveal kind of thing, when it still kind of looked like jungle wood almost, like it just wasn't very this, but now it is this, and I love it, and I think it looks really good with the bricks. Like it's definitely like a lot more rustic looking than if I were to say use stone bricks for it, I think. And like again, brown is like a lot warmer than gray. So like it feels like a more inviting combination almost, if that makes any sense. Also, that sound. Yeah, so those are my combinations. And I shall go to sleep and show you our builds and palettes. Anyway, onwards. So for our first build, we've got our usual tiny little cottage thing. This one's a little more worn out looking than usual. So for this one, we've got dark oak, mud bricks, tough, bone, jungle wood, mossy cobblestone, moss, but in this case moss is just a placeholder for green because I like to texture my moss piles, I guess. And of course mangrove wood. We go up here and we've got this mud brick patio. I really like the way that jungle wood kind of blends in with mud bricks. I don't know, I think it's like a really good combination, kind of like sandstone and birch wood. I don't know. It's good for texturing, I think. I'm gonna have to experiment more with mud bricks, I think. Yeah. So it's mostly, the house is mostly bone, but we've kind of textured it here to make it look like it's like the paint or plaster or whatever's coating it to make it white is starting to chip away or get a little licheny, and underneath it's cobblestone and tough. And then we got roof, and moss is slowly spreading, and we've kind of textured the moss that like this little hill is made of using like everything. Oh look, I even included melon. So yeah, it's got like cement and terracotta and wool and powder and everything. I climb inside and it's just like a tiny little like one room kind of situation. Got a kitchen, fireplace, dark oak ceiling, jungle floor, bedroom. Now, one of the things I really love about mangrove wood is the doors and trapdoors. They look so good. Like, this is like such a fancy door compared to the other things that we have. Like, I'm sorry, but birch and oak and all them. The only other door that I like really love is the spruce door. And like, I'm okay with the jungle door. It kind of reminds me of like the door on my childhood home, but like, I don't know. It definitely feels like a big improvement from some of the other doors. And like the trapdoor, which I use on the chimney here, I love this. I love the little circle window, like a porthole on a boat or whatever. I don't know. It's good. I like it. Yeah. So for our next build, I do have an Instagram, and I may have kind of given a little sneaky peek at this house, because I am very proud of this mushroom. It's a weird, funky mushroom, but I am very proud of this mushroom. So it's a smaller palette, but it's stone brick, mud brick, mangrove wood, dark oak, mushroom stem, and quartz. And yeah, it's just a giant mushroom. I've been waiting so long for like a red wood that's got, you know, stairs and slabs and things. Like I suppose I could have used like nether, like the red nether bricks or whatever. But no, I just didn't like the texture's too busy, I think. I don't know. But yes, now I can make as many fun shaped mushrooms and things as I want. Although this place does have a bit of a mushroom problem itself. I put like a couple decorative mushrooms around and they're just spreading like crazy. Yeah, and it's got this like tiny little attachment house. Like they moved into this mushroom and realized, oh, this isn't really enough room for like a home, so that they added this bit here, which is just like a bed and fancy floor, dark oak roof. Yeah, I love this little stove thing. Kind of makes me think of like an oven for a pizza. I don't know. You can kind of look in and see what you're cooking, kind of, if there was like a grill or something. Probably could have put like an acacia trapdoor there. Oh! Yeah, and little table to watch your neighbor's deteriorating shack. If we go up here, it's kind of wonky looking inside, because it's a mushroom bed. And, you know, you got your anvil and your grindstone and your enchantment area, and then just, I don't know, decorative trapdoors. And kind of like a rough windowy thing, but you can also access the roof through this. There's another one here just to let in some light. And yeah. Mushroom house. I'm in love with this place. It's so cute. I love it. Anyway, for our third build, I've been wanting to build this for like so long. Now, I grew up on a farm and we had a red barn with a black roof, and whenever I think of barns, that's what I think of. And like now we've got red wood and black tiles and shingly looking things, and like I can finally make my red barns. And that just, it pleases me immensely. So for this palette, it's blackstone brick, dark oak, mangrove wood, mangrove logs, spruce wood. We got netherrack, deep slate tiles, and stone bricks. I didn't include any of the stuff that I used for my mud puddles, but they're just kind of like mud, the rooted mud, is that what it's called? Muddy mangrove roots. Those things. Packed mud. Got your rooted dirt, coarse dirt. Tiny bit of podzol here and there. Kind of looks like poop. Yeah. So we've just got kind of like a pasture for your cows and pigs. We got kind of a worn out looking barn here. I've like again used the netherrack for like rot. The stripped log is kind of like worn out versions of the planks, like it's been here for a while and it's being kind of buffeted by the wind over the hills or something, or just age. We got a silo with a little weather vane, windmilly kind of guy. And the second portion here, I built in a different style. I wanted it to look like it was kind of added on maybe later on or beforehand. Because, I don't know, most barns that I grew up around were kind of thrown together like that. But yeah, and we come in here. And now you got your muddy cow patty kind of ground. I wish that the cows would stop trying to climb up into the hay loft, but they do. We're just gonna pretend that he's not hanging up there. Yeah, so there's like a little hay loft a bit. It's got these little openings to kind of air out the place, as well as the windows and things. Yeah. And in here we've got like a workshop area, or maybe like some tools and machines and stuff get stored in here. But it's just like furnaces and workbenches and things. And up in this loft we've got more hay, but we've also got like a secret napping spot for if anyone wants to slack off on their farmhand duties. Yeah. It's just a cute little barn. I'm really proud of it. I really love it. We've got like we're gonna pretend that this is just like a big door and not just 3 doors next to each other. Yeah. Oh, and a little horses stable for the ponies. They got their hay and stuff, and yeah. I don't know, I think it's cute. Anyway, for this next build, it is not in any way, shape, or form what I was planning to build, but that's just how it goes sometimes. This one's got a pretty big palette. It's kind of separated into 3 parts, so we've got our like white bricks, which is powdered white concrete, calcite, polished diorite, and normal diorite. And we've got a gradient going here, which is white concrete, honeycomb, acacia wood, orange, terracotta, and mangrove wood, of course. And then for like the base, we've got stone brick, deep slate brick, black stone brick. And yeah, it turned into this monster. But the biggest part of it, though, is the roof. I love doing this with my roofs where I hide the color of it. So from above, it looks like it's just red. And if we go down below, also looks like it's just red. But if you're like looking at it from on a hill, you can see it's got like this gradient hidden inside. And I don't know, it just amuses me. Yeah, so I guess I'll start from around here, but as you can see, it's kind of like different sections and whatnot. Here we've got a chimney from a, like, I kind of imagine it's more of like an electric or gas fireplace than a like wood burning one, despite the campfire noises. So I decided to go for a slightly different style of chimney. Yeah, it's got like all sorts of hanging baskets and things, which are just this alternating acacia mangrove deal. Under here we've got like coarse dirt and rooted dirt to kind of make it look like it's a high traffic area. And in here we've got some storage and all your like work tables and things, more storage, some furnaces and whatnot. So like this is like your workshop, or like you're working on the area around it and you don't want to have to climb into your house to find things. It's just all under here. If we come up here, onto this little porch thing, go inside, little area to hang up your coat and whatnot. I had a lot of trouble doing the interior for this thing. I just could not figure out what to do. So yeah, we've got our little gas fireplace. We're gonna pretend that it's not leaking smoke into the house. Yeah, we didn't see that. Okay, great. Got a little living room kind of area. These like raised windows. Up here we've got a little office space kind of. You can work in this lofty area and look down at everything else going on in the house. You got your dining room and your kitchen. And then when we go upstairs, we've got, you know, a little reading nook kind of place. Books everywhere. You've got your bedroom. I got an enchanting area. And then a little bit more storage. And then I kind of imagine this is like a training area. You know, you gotta practice your PvP and whatnot. And your bow, archery stuff. Yeah. And again, it's fun because depending on the angle, you can see like the different colors in the roof and stuff. And I don't know. I like it. Yeah. So yeah, that's our final build. I love this roof. And yeah, that's it. That's all. You got your pallets, your combinations, and build ideas. If there's anything you want to see me like do a tutorial thing, like I don't know, maybe you want to see me build mushrooms or barns or something, let me know in the comments. Or if there's a block that you want to see me talk about, I will do it. I love the sound of my own voice, apparently. But yeah, do the liking and subscribing thing, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.